From one of the deadliest, rarest sharks showing up at a beach to 2 kids triggering a red tide in Florida, these are 25 of the most incredible beach moments on record. Turkey faced a dire situation after a 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck between Turkey and Greece on October 30th, 2020, with its epicenter near the Greek island of Samos. The Turkish city of Izmir absorbed most of the damage. Earthquakes can trigger other natural disasters like volcanic eruptions, landslides, and tsunamis. 2 Turkish men learned this the hard way during what was supposed to be a casual day at the beach, which quickly turned into a narrow escape from the approaching tsunami.
Geldi. Hadi gel. Çabuk. Aha geldi hadi. Hadi hemen. Dur.
During the summer, Ocean City, Maryland becomes a magnet for folks seeking drinks, seafood, and 4th of July fireworks. The 2021 fireworks display prep took an unexpected turn when the company in charge aimed for an early setup. Unfortunately, things went haywire, treating beachgoers to an impromptu fireworks spectacle. The abrupt display startled the crowd. But luckily, safety measures were in place. The planned fireworks shows for the night and subsequent 4th of July events were cancelled for precautionary reasons. Thankfully, despite the mishap, injuries were minor, with 1 employee sent to the hospital. The incident unfolded when a firework accidentally ignited during unloading, setting off a massive chain reaction. Someone on vacation has been messing around with that Marlin in the water for way too long. I mean, just look at it. That's one real fish out of water. Oh man, this guy's probably the last person the home insurance agency wants to deal with. I mean, the number of claims he can file is just crazy. Chive. Hey, ever heard of Yangjiang? It's this cool city in Guangdong, China. When the weather warms up, tourists swarm to Yangjiang, especially Hailing Island, for its awesome beaches and the freshest seafood. But hey, not every vacay is just about great food and times. On May 3rd, 2021, out of the blue, a random waterspout formed in the South China Sea and decided to pay a visit to the beach. Depending on where you were standing, it was either a captivating sight in the distance or a downright terrifying experience unfolding right before your eyes. Ever heard of Nazare? It's this famous beach town in Portugal, known for its massive waves that can tower up to a staggering 70 feet. The secret behind these monstrous waves is the Nazare Canyon, the largest underwater canyon in Europe and one of the largest globally. Now, let's zoom in on November 20th, 2019. Lucas Chumbo, a highly skilled Brazilian surfer, was prepping to take on these enormous waves. He's a pro and fully aware of the dangers these colossal swells pose. He's got his reliable jet ski team on standby, always ready to rescue him if things go south. 7. That's not a mango that dropped from a tree. It's a pufferfish. That weird shape? It's like when you wake up all bloated from chugging too much water in the morning. The Odessa region along the Black Sea coast used to be a tourist magnet, with folks soaking up the sun, enjoying luxury resorts, and feeling the warm sand between their toes. But that all changed when the war hit. Today, the once inviting beach is a danger zone, strewn with buried mines to thwart a potential Russian amphibious invasion. As if that's not enough, the Russians have their own naval mines bobbing out in the ocean. Sometimes, these mines break loose from their chains and wash ashore. Imagine stumbling upon a naval mine, a sight that's beyond strange. Ukrainian soldiers, risking their lives, carefully approach these menacing devices to begin the delicate process of defusing. So they meticulously inspect every inch of the mine, identifying the main charge and its web of wires. Now their task is to dig a hole and detonate it, taking matters into their own hands. Hey, before jumping straight to the conclusion that your guy is out there cheating, consider that they might just be doing whatever this is. 10. There's just something special about chilling on the beach, enjoying the waves as they roll in and out. We all have our routine when the tide creeps closer. We gather our belongings and shuffle back. But what about those times when the tide decides to go all out and sweep across the entire beach? On July 26, 2019, Folks at Rio de Janeiro's beach were having a laid-back day, keeping an eye on the advancing tide. Little did they know, a rogue wave was about to stir things up. 11. These guys never imagined they'd end up swimming with such an extraordinary bunch. I mean, who would have thought they'd stumble upon an entire crowd of people at the Bahamian resorts? It's no surprise when they say that girls have a knack for intuition. Just take a look at her face. Within a few seconds, she sensed that something wasn't quite right. 13. When people picture Florida beaches, they usually think of soft sand and warm waters. Giant bolts of lightning typically don't come to mind. However, in August 2007, an unusual event unfolded. A local man stepped out onto his balcony to capture a passing thunderstorm. Suddenly, the sky was ablaze with bolts of lightning, and one struck right in front of him. The sheer intensity of the lightning strike compelled him to retreat indoors. Realizing the danger, the lightning seemed to strike where the waves crashed, creating a stunning spectacle. Yet even the seasoned cameraman knew he shouldn't stay exposed. According to the National Weather Service, lightning can superheat the air around it to a scorching 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. 14. All these two kids wished for was a little waterfall. Instead, they unintentionally triggered the red tide in Florida. 15. For those with a fear of bats, I'm about to make your day a lot worse. They can actually swim. But hold on, it's good news. This particular type of bat only dines on fruits. 16. Tambaba's beach in Sao Paulo. Brazil is a well-known spot, especially among the local surfers. They usually need to be mindful of the powerful current. However, on February 27, 2020, the beachgoers and surfers witnessed an unexpected event. Up in the sky, they saw a small aircraft in the midst of an emergency landing. Naturally, everyone's immediate thought was, someone needs to help that guy. Several courageous surfers sprang into action, heading towards the water as the plane gradually descended. Thankfully, the pilot managed to escape before the plane sank. Soon, jet skis arrived to bring the pilots safely to shore. While the exact reason for the emergency landing remains unknown, it was likely due to some engine trouble. Varna, a city on Bulgaria's eastern coast, thrives on trade and tourism. It's renowned as one of the top beach resort destinations along the Black Sea coast. Visitors flock here for sunbathing, surfing, and even paragliding. On April 11, 2015, a local paraglider set out for a ride on a day that wasn't too windy. The paraglider caught a breeze and headed towards the shoreline, with a GoPro on their helmet capturing the entire journey. As they soared, onlookers at the beach might have wondered if it was safe to fly so close. The area they were flying over didn't seem overly crowded. They could have easily chosen a less populated area to land.
Marlin.
Just imagine you're lounging on the beach and suddenly a person falls from the sky and crashes into your umbrella. Fortunately, nobody got hurt in the crash. Our paraglider, reflecting on the incident, acknowledges that it could have been far worse. He admits to a major error in judgment, mistakenly landing amidst a group of beachgoers. 18. We all know that one friend who always arrives at meetings in the craziest, most insane ways possible. 19. Apulia, often referred to as the heel of Italy due to its shape on the map, boasts more coastline than any other region in Italy. With the Adriatic Sea to the east and the Ionian Sea to the south, it's no wonder they have an abundance of beautiful beaches. On a pleasant day, August 25th, 2020, beachgoers at Maldives del Salento were relishing the sun and turquoise waters when a surprising sight unfolded. The sky suddenly darkened, lightning struck the water, and an unexpected tornado touched down on the beach. The beachgoers were caught between deciding whether to record the event or feel alarmed. Many ended up doing a bit of both. The cameraman recounted that an announcement over the loudspeaker urged everyone to clear the beach. Initially worried about lightning, the unexpected tornado appeared out of nowhere. Some sought safety inside a beach bar, while others made a dash to their cars. Our cameraman and his family finally managed to escape the scene after he stopped filming.